Taurus, welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome back to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Taurus, I'm going to be doing your reading from December 8th to the 14th. And this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. In this reading, dear Mama Taurus and Daddy Taurus, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. Dear Taurus, welcome to the month of December. Hopefully you guys are all having a good day, good time, good week ahead. Thank you so much for your kind words, for your beautiful support. I really appreciate you. I see you, I hear you, and I love you so much. Now let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you, Mama Taurus and Daddy Taurus. Because I'm son of one. So your challenge, dear Taurus, is the Queen of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles. Taurus, your challenge here has a lot to do with clarity, conversation, okay, being very direct, being very specific about a specific situation, person. Maybe you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, could be a Sagittarius or a Leo, Virgo, Capricorn. There is something here about you wanting to deal with this specific situation head on, have an open conversation. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see why this is your challenge in a minute. In the recent past, dear Taurus, you have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. So in the recent past, I am seeing here that everything started off great. There was this strong sense of family, strong sense of connection, chemistry, celebrating one another. But a lot of you were faced with some kind of a conflict that affected you and this relationship and this person, okay? Some sort of an argument, conflict started going up in this connection. We're going to get back to this and clarify this shortly. Multiple people were involved, I feel like. In the present moment, you have the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the King of Swords. There is this healing energy. A lot of you are healing. A lot of internal work is going on within your dear Taurus. You know what I'm seeing here? I think part of you feel very detached. Part of you feel like, you don't want to deal with this in this exact moment, but you are thinking about it. You are planning about it. There is a lot of healing that's happening. Some of you are healing from a person who you feel very disconnected from, okay? Somebody here that walked away from you or you feel very distant from. There is a lot of healing going on. A lot of you are doing meditation, breath work. You are focusing on your well-being. We're going to clarify this shortly in a minute. Now, in the near future, you have the 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. In the near future, something really interesting is about to happen for you. Taurus, I feel like when you really pull your energy back to yourself, when you really focus on yourself and you prioritize yourself, there is going to be an offer coming in towards your way, an opportunity, an offer, reconciliation here. You know, at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here, a lot of you, I do see here a reunion happening, celebration, homecoming, something very significant that's going to make you very happy. But this has a lot to do with you grounding yourself with the King of Pentacles, because at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, you have the King of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. You have been kind of battling between two worlds. You have been really thinking about this for a long time. Should you walk away from this person, from this situation? Should you stay? You're a very grounded earth sign, very, very grounded earth sign, Taurus. And for you, like I said many times before, to love somebody and to invest into a situation and to just all of a sudden walk away, that's very difficult to do because you're very loyal. Now, let's get into your reading and let's clarify the Queen of Swords for you. So let's clarify the challenge, which is the Queen of Swords. You could be, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You could have dealt with Virgo, Capricorn, Leo also. Okay, so Taurus, your challenge, which is the Queen of Swords, is clarified by the Justice, the 10 of Wands, and the Fool. Some of you maybe feel like either this person is married to someone else or is with someone, and they might be divorcing and separating so that you can have a brand new beginning with them. This is not going to resonate with everyone. This has a lot to do with addressing something that's been very heavy, that's been overwhelming, that's been really kind of breaking your back. This is a situation that I see here you have been doing a lot of thinking about, dear Taurus. Okay, and it's been taking you quite a long time to create that internal sense of balance and peace. Because I feel like when this person disconnected from you, Taurus, a lot of you felt like a part of you went away, a part of you left, because you had done so much investment into this relationship that it was very difficult for you to just to kind of let it go and forget about it. Okay, so your challenge here in this upcoming week has a lot to do with deciding whether you would want to communicate something here with somebody, or if somebody talks to you, how would you want this process to go? How would you want to move forward with this situation? What are the details, the important things that you would want to address? Because the Queen of Swords, it's all about communication. And we're having the full moon in Gemini on December 4th. So that's all about communication here, making sure that we're not rushing into making any promises, and we're not like, you could have thought about cutting this person out, but I feel like you still want to see if there is a chance and an opportunity to work something out with them. Now, in the recent past, the Ten of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. And I was going to say Virgo, and the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, because Hermit represents Virgo in tarot, okay? Could have been a Pisces as well, the Hangman. Now, in the recent past, I do see here a lot of struggles for you to be with this person, Taurus, for you to develop that strong, healthy relationship with this person. It did come with a lot of challenges, with a lot of obstacles, but you still were very persistent with wanting to be with this person. And I think that this person was the same way as well for you. There was definitely a love offer here that came in. Some of you were, either you were in the public's eye or this person was in the public's eye. Like there is something here about fame, popularity with the Six of Wands. So let's clarify the Six of Wands for you in the recent past. The Six of Wands in the recent past, dear Taurus, is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. A lot of you went back with this person again. I feel like for a lot of you, despite the fact that there was constant arguing going on, arguments, conflict, misunderstanding, just a lot of challenges here. For many of you, you still were trying to be back with this person, but there was something that you couldn't see very clearly. Eight of Swords. Even if you were wanting to be back with this person, there was still this uncertainty within you. There was still these trust issues that you had within yourself. You felt a little bit trapped in your mind, almost like it felt like a mental prison. It was very difficult for you to just understand why was it? What were those obstacles and these conflicts and third parties that were kind of interfering into this relationship in the recent past? So in the recent past, dear Taurus, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Tower, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Exactly. Because of other external influences, dear Taurus, there was a situation here that came to an end. Some of you were dealing with the Scorpio. There was a separation here that happened. I'm getting here with the Two of Wands. Somebody here left and went towards a completely different direction. And when this situation happened, Taurus, I do see here you kind of being very much perplexed and confused and not knowing what did just happen and why did this person all of a sudden disappear. This is an ending that you were not anticipating. The way that things ended between you and this person was something that you wouldn't even imagine. I think it reached to a point where it was just very overwhelming. Something really chaotic and unexpected happened between you and this person. Some of you were dealing with somebody who was from overseas, cultural differences, age differences here. Okay, so let's talk about the present moment. There is a lot of healing that's happening for you, dear Taurus, in the present moment, as I said earlier. And this healing that's happening within you, Taurus, has a lot to do with you detaching, okay, even though you and this person are not talking to each other. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. There is a lot of healing going on. This is a situation, dear Taurus, that unfortunately didn't work out in the recent past. There is a lot of sadness. You still kind of go back and forth in your mind. There is this emotional roller coaster. So with the Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, there is definitely a desire here to talk to this person, to address something, to smoothen things out. But there is also part of you that's holding you back. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, this is an earth energy. This is an earthy knight. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This knight does not rush into things. This knight does not try to force anything. Very regulated, very demure, very mindful. Okay, and you are not chasing either. So also a lot of you are recognizing something while you're going within yourself with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Devil. One of the things that you're realizing, I'm seeing here two things mainly. Number one is that you might be dealing with somebody, dear Taurus, that is still tied up to another person. The Devil shows two people, they're chained up. So that's why I was saying in the beginning, for very few of you, maybe you're anticipating, or this person is in the process of divorcing someone or separating from someone or breaking up with somebody, so that then you'll know what is going to be your next move. That's why that conversation that you would want to have with this person, you are not initiating that. You're holding yourself back. The next thing here that I'm seeing also for some of you, this could be the reason why you're like really not initiating anything, going within, not talking, 11:11 on the timer, is because there is something unhealthy. There is something toxic. There is a situation here that maybe somebody here is involved with drugs, alcohol, substance abuse, and things like that, or some sort of a compulsive behavior. And because you're aware of this person's unhealthy habits or whatever that might be going on, it is holding you back. Okay, it could be compulsive sex, whatever that might be. It's kind of holding you back from actually making an offer. That's why within yourself you go back and forth, but in the external you're not really initiating anything yet. Now the King of Swords in the near future, in the present moment, excuse me, there is a decision that you are making in your mind, or there is a conversation that's taking place. So, dear Taurus, the King of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands, the Judgment, and the Ten of Swords. Decision, realization, epiphany. Scorpio energy here with the Judgment. Okay, this decision here has a lot to do with the fact that you are actually acknowledging the fact that yes, you were hurt by somebody here very deeply in the past. Yes, there was a very painful ending, almost like to the point of you feeling that this felt like it was a betrayal. Somebody here betrayed your trust, somebody here made you feel a certain way, and for a lot of you, I think that the way that this situation ended, like I said earlier, there's a strong sense of betrayal is what I'm getting. And it's like you want to talk to someone, this is not about revenge. This is about you just also clarifying some things with this person and wanting to really make sure that, whatever, you might have even heard some rumors and you just want to make sure, like, are those rumors true or not? You want to have a direct conversation with this person. Now, in the near future, you still seem to be holding on to this person, to this relationship, but from a very detached energy. Four of Pentacles, you're not rushing into anything, you're not forcing anything. Four of Pentacles in the near future is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. A lot of you in the near future are going to address, and this is a very, very important combination. I want you to take a look at this now. The Knight of Swords is the knight that's addressing things very aggressively, heading towards the Five of Pentacles. And some people may say, what does that have to do with this person? What does that have to do with this situation? Well, as a matter of fact, it has to do everything with it. Because when this situation ended, when the Tower moment ended, dear Taurus, for some of you, there might have been a moment of feeling really abandoned. And, abandonment wounds also kind of came out from your childhood as well. And everybody goes through that. So it's not just you. And of course, even if you're healed, when you're healed and when you have done the work within yourself, when somebody acts like that, it does hurt, it does hurt. So, but what you're doing in the near future is you're really closing this cycle. You're really closing this internal cycle of feeling left out, feeling unworthy, feeling abandoned, the feeling of not chosen. You're overcoming that. And you know that you also have options in front of you. So when you have options in front of you, when you detach, when you know that you are the one who doesn't have to, you don't chase anything, basically, that's when I see here an offer here coming towards your way with the Ace of Wands. Let's talk about this offer coming in towards your way, dear Taurus. So the Ace of Wands in the near future is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun. This offer that comes in towards your way is going to make you very happy. Okay, whenever this offer comes in, there is a turning point. The Wheel of Fortune is here, the Sun. This is literally one of the most positive energies out there in tarot. Okay, one of the most positive cards. So somebody here is going to want to open up emotionally to you. You know, you see the Queen of Cups, she's looking towards like, you know, over here. So there is definitely a turning point, an internal realization. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Leo energy. There is this vibrant energy of finally realizing that you can actually have a brand new beginning, and this heaviness is being lifted up from your shoulders. And this can lead to this reconciliation and this reunion when I was talking about it initially in the beginning. So let's clarify the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Temperance, and the Four of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is you. So dear Taurus, in the near future, I do see here somebody coming towards your way to heal things between the two of you. You see the Knight of Cups is heading towards the Temperance, right? So there is this gentle energy. This person might be moving towards you with a lot of love, with a lot of care, and this anticipation to actually transmute, to heal, to move forward, you know, to give an offer to you. And almost as if like they really want to turn this pain into power. And this is also a sign of acknowledgement from this person, that they're acknowledging that they really hurt you and they want to work things out with you. And this is going to lead to this sense of celebration here together with the Three of Cups and wanting to work things out, okay? Now let's get into your advice. Let's get into the final advice, dear Taurus. So your biggest piece of advice here, also you have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Again, Virgo energy that you might be dealing with. You have the Justice, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. There is a conflict that is going to come to an end. Okay, there is a conflict that existed between you and this person, competition, misunderstanding, not being on the same page, multiple people being involved in this situation, possibly third parties or whatsoever. Justice here is holding the sword in their hand. Your challenge, Queen of Swords, is also holding the sword in their hand. This is talking about conversation, and there's going to be a lot of conversations happening in December, by the way, for everybody. And this is going to lead to settling something down, wanting to have this peaceful conversation, resolving this conflict, coming to some sort of an important conclusion. And, you know, I see here you in the near future also. The advice for you is to really move slowly with the Knight of Pentacles. It's not about not initiating anything. It's about intention, you know. You are someone, Taurus, that for you, you know, you have really stepped back from any kind of conflict. I think peace has become very intentional for you. It's not accidental. It's become very intentional. And all you want is just to create a sense of peace first, resolve these issues, and then be able to move forward with this person. So dear Taurus, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this reading helped. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.